At this time, I'm calling to order a meeting of the Durant City Council, a regular meeting. If you would please at this time stand for me for the invocation. We have Logan Cates from the Durant Church of Christ that's going to lead us in prayer.
Would you pray with me? Father in heaven, we're so thankful that we have you to call on. We thank you so much for being here, for standing beside us. And Lord, we really need your guidance. Lord, that every decision that's made in this room and abroad is made in what's right, what's just, what's unifying. Give us grace in our speech. Give us the right attitudes. But give us consideration for others. And help every decision that's made tonight, and not only tonight, but to be made in a way that's Lord, that's right with you, that's right with each other. And Lord, thank you so much for those you've put in place, for the leadership, for the guidance that you grant, and watching over each one of us every single day. And we can't say enough about your Son, Jesus Christ. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Logan. If you would please face the flag and render a hand salute and join me in a salute. I pledge allegiance to our flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller.
Here.
Councilmember Shear.
Here.
Vice Mayor Similescu.
Here.
Mayor Tucker.
Here. At this time in the agenda, we have several presentations to make. Would the council please join me down front? Okay, we're going to begin. We're going to begin with the service awards. Tonight we're going to celebrate 160 years of dedicated service to the city of Durant by presenting some awards to some really dedicated employee and staff members. We're going to begin with the 10-year awards. First is Tommy Fultz of the fire department. Would you come up, Tommy? Tommy will receive a certificate and a pen and a check for $100. Tommy, you got family here? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Hey, stay right here for a picture. Yes, sir. Now, right here. Awesome. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, sir. Next, we have Elizabeth Phelps with the police department. Elizabeth. All right. Elizabeth has also served for 10 years on the police department. Next are the 15-year awards. First is Angela Mullen, who works at the city library. Angela. I forgot to say that there's a certificate, a pen, and a check for $150 for Angela. Next is Richard Parker of the fire department. Richard. "15 years on the fire department." Next, for 15 years, is Daniel Raymond, who works in our garage. Daniel. That's a long time turning wrenches, isn't it? Next, we have the 20-year awardees who receive a certificate, a pen, a plaque, and a check for $200. Our first staff member is Jared Dillingham, who works in the solid waste team. Our next awardee is Paul Ramirez, who works in our street department. Paul. Our final staff member we want to recognize tonight is pretty special. 40 years of service to the city of Durant. Can you imagine holding down one job for 40 years and doing it great? Maybe many of you have done that. I haven't. So I really appreciate James Cross and his dedication to our city. James, come on down. James has worked in the Parks Department 40 years. Thank you, James.
One thing I've always told people that I'm still catch and saddle my own horse. Ride him all day if I have to. Well, that's not true anymore. He died.
If you couldn't hear James, he said one thing about it, he can still catch and saddle his own horse and ride. He said he could, but he can't anymore because the horse died. So. 160 years, that's awesome. All right, our next recognition, Ryan Brewer. Ryan, come up. Ryan has been received, and I don't have here it is. He has been recognized for the work that he does for the city of Durant, Parks and Recreation, by the Oklahoma Recreation and Parks Society as a gold medal award. This to all the cities with population under 50,000 citizens. Obviously, it's hard to compete against the bigger economies, the bigger communities. But and by the way, we're not even close to that 50,000 mark. So he's punching above his weight significantly. And this is not the first time that the Parks and Recs department under his leadership has been awarded. And I'll let him tell you about his next adventure in that line.
So not only did we win this in competing against all the cities, we actually next year or this year in 2026, we will be hosting the Oklahoma Parks and Rec Society Conference here in Durant. So it'll be over 300 people here, Parks and Rec professionals from all across the state and some from out of state that will come here, see what we have to offer and have tours and all that. So it'll be interesting and fun.
Thank you, Ryan, for doing it the right way and making Durant a good example in our state. One more presentation. If Priscilla Washington and Barbara Rackley and Marjorie Richardson would join us up here at the front, please come on up. Thank you, ladies. I'm going to go ahead and start on the proclamation. There's quite a bit to read. This is a proclamation commemorating PEO International Founders Day. Look in the middle here. Which is not today, by the way. It's January the 21st. But we're doing the proclamation now because we're not having a meeting on that day. I hope you ladies are okay with that. Whereas the PEO International Founders Day is celebrated on January 21st, commemorating the founding of the organization in 1869, and whereas PEO was founded on January 21st in 1869 by 7 students at the Iowa Wesleyan University. These women sought to create a society that would support women's educational opportunities and foster lifelong friendships among its members. And whereas Founders Day serves as a reminder of the organization's roots and the vision of its founders, it is a day for members to reflect on the values of sisterhood, education, and philanthropy that PEO embodies. PEO is an organization where women celebrate the advancement of women, educate women through scholarships, grants, awards, loans, and stewardship of Cotty College, and motivate women to achieve their highest aspirations. Whereas PEO has expanded from a small college society to now over 250,000 members and chapters throughout the United States and Canada. And today, PEO continues to be a source of friendship and support. And whereas the city of Durant has 3 PEO chapters, Chapter DJ, Chapter GV, and Chapter GW. Now, therefore, I, Martin Tucker, Mayor of the City of Durant, Oklahoma, do hereby proclaim January the 21st of 2026 as PEO International Founders Day. And thank you, ladies, very much. Thank you. And y'all stay here. Let's get a picture. Now we can get our podium back together. Okay, our first order of business tonight is the consent agenda items. There are 3. They are approval of regular meeting minutes of the December 9th meeting, consider of approval of budget supplement BA 26-5, and discussion, consideration, and possible action to consider adoption of the 2026 citizen participation plan required by the community development block grant applications and projects. That's an annual event, and that's why it's in the consent agenda. However, if any council member wants that removed from consent so that we can discuss it separately, we'll do that. But we do it every year. Comments or questions from the council? Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve consent items.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda items. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Shear,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu.
Yes.
Mayor Tucker.
Yes, motion passes. Item 2 is to consider those items removed. There were none. So we're on to item 3 on the agenda for tonight, and that is the information items, which consist of the November 2025 financial reports and the December 2025 sales tax reports. And Ann, we've missed you at these council meetings.
Hello? Okay. I have 6 reports on hand. The first 3 is our major funds for the November. The first one is general fund. And our revenue, well, actually our year to date is completed 41% 67. And then our revenue is about 45%. And our department's expense for the general fund is about 37%. So we are pretty, I think our department that managed their budget pretty well. And then so the year to date for the general fund, we got $104,332 surplus.
Very good outcome so far.
Yes. And then for the capital improvement, this is just information that lets you know what kind of the project we are still working on. And you will see the end of year to date is negative 1.7 million. That's because we have one reimbursement we need to request back to our account.
Right.
And the third one is DCUA, is Utility Authority, and the same. It's completed 41.67%, and our revenue is about 42.79. So it's about a little bit higher than our, the year. It's 1.12% higher. And the same, for the department, that their expenditure they control pretty well. It's about 35%, and so it's 6.5% lower than the actual. So the year to date is 686,682. But I have to say that we have some need to transfer that we still need continue to do the transfer out. Yeah. And then it's December's sales tax. The first one is a breakdown. You can see that we have 6 different breakdown, and then the total is $1,851,572.80. And the second page. Oops. This is the spreadsheet for 1% our sales tax for 10 years, and you can tell compared to the prior year, we increased 0.24% for the year to date, and then compared to the same period of time prior year, that we are negative 8.79. But we still got 6 months, so we have to closely monitor this revenue. And the last one is the one that I use our budget compared to real revenue, sales tax revenue. And the same, this is 6 months already, and then the percentage I did is use the prior year's the total amount to break down to the each year. So it's slightly different. But I think right now compared to the percentage is about negative 2,000 less than our budgeted. But the same. We had 6 months to complete it, so I think we can catch up. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, every month is over $800,000 in the budget, and so if we're only off $2,000 after 6 months, that's awfully good. That's awfully good.
Okay. Is there any question?
Any questions for Ann? Thank you for coming up and presenting that. We appreciate it. No questions. Okay, next is item 4A. This is to consider approval of an ordinance amending the Durant Code of Ordinances, Title 15, Chapter 156, requiring a conditional use permit to own or operate a detention center located within the city, providing penalty and declaring an emergency, which is ordinance O 2026-02. And who's presenting, Doug or Pam?
This ordinance came as a result of, in the previous press, everyone saw that there wasn't much teeth to what they were doing, but as rumors have it, they are making inroads to try to put an ICE facility at the Big Lots out there by the casino. I was informed last Thursday, I believe, that there was a definite movement and congressional members had been contacted. So therefore, we thought we should put an ordinance in. The tribe has already put a resolution in that they're against it. As a member sitting up here, we can't be for or against any business, but they have to follow the rules just like everyone else. Our ordinances didn't have anything in them concerning jails. There was nothing mentioned about jails, confinement facilities, or detention centers for opening in the city of Durant. And that's the reason for this ordinance. If you'll note, it was plagiarized pretty much from the city of Houston. If you look at city of Houston's ordinances, you'll see this almost the exact same language. This wasn't just drafted up out of the blue or dreamed up by anyone on this board or by myself. It's by a much bigger city. And that's about all I have.
Questions of Doug on the ordinance? Comments from the council members? Look like you're about to say something, Dan.
No,
No?
I'm ready to make a motion.
I'll let you make it.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we pass the ordinance.
We will not be interrupted doing our work. That's once. That's once. We won't be interrupted. We are trying to do the work of the city. No, ma'am. We are not doing.
My name's Jane Dix, and I really want to hear this.
Jane, you're out of order. I would appreciate it if you would sit down. Thank you very much. We're trying to do the work of the city, and you're interrupting us. It's your right to protest, not in here. It's your right to speak your mind, not in here. You want to speak to the city council, speak to them all month long, not during this meeting. And this meeting is where we do the city's business, if you will allow us. If you won't allow us, we'll create a situation where we can do the city's business because that's what you elected us to do. If you disagree with the city's business, it's probably because you don't understand it. But if you do understand it and you disagree with it, then you will get an opportunity.
Can you please explain just a little bit more clearly what this ordinance is meant to accomplish?
This is not a public hearing, okay? This is not, let me say this again clearly. This is not a public hearing.
are the public.
We have the right, we're citizens of this.
If you're going to interrupt me, I'm going to have you escorted from the room, okay? This is not a conversation. This is me speaking to you.
Can I have Doug elaborate more on
Please.
what this ordinance creates?
Please.
May I? Can everyone, just for a second? I've had numerous folks in my office today upset with this ordinance. This ordinance is nothing more than to make the detention center, whoever operates it, as long as it's not the federal government. If a private contractor is who acts. If you'll let me talk, I'll try to explain it, but give me just a second, okay? We don't know, okay? No one has contacted us. We don't know who the entity is that wants to open this. It does matter. It matters. We're not making.
If you don't know, how are you for it? If you don't know. You don't know.
Do y'all want to keep yelling, or do you want to hear information? Can we tell? Can you tell? You're exactly right, sir. Can we tone down just a second? Can everybody just tone down? I'll try to explain it. This ordinance that is put in place is the same as most big cities that have dealt with this. If you look at the city of Leavenworth, the city of Dallas, everyone else has dealt the same way. We're getting pretty big for a detention center to be here. But hold on. God. Folks, this is to make whatever entity comes in here play by the rules. If we don't have,
You're voting on something before they even get here.
we're voting on, hold on, stop a second. We're voting on an ordinance to make them abide by the rules. You can't vote to keep any entity out. They have.
Vote the ordinance down. Vote the ordinance down.
If the ordinance is voted down, they can come in. Does anybody understand that?
No,
If the
they
ordinance
don't.
isn't here,
They don't understand that.
if you don't have the ordinance, then there is not a prohibition. Does everyone understand that? If there is no ordinance, there is no prohibition against them coming in. This is a prohibition to make them abide by the rules to go through the Planning and Zoning Commission, which will be a public hearing where we can hear your concerns and all those properties around. This is merely the ordinance to make them do that exact same thing. This is not voting to say, come on in, we want an ice center. Some people in the rooms tend to think that. That's not the case.
So this gives you the power to say no to them.
That is correct.
What were you saying? What were all of y'all saying?
That is not up for a vote tonight. It's after we hear.
You're not transparent. You know
Stop.
what I'm
No.
saying?
Whoa, sir. That's not. Again, that is when we hear public comment. That is when we hear from those affected, the properties around.
We're asking for your comment.
I don't have a comment because I haven't heard their proposal. But let me give you a scenario, folks. No, there is no proclamation, ma'am. The Choctaw Nation. The Choctaw Nation has already made a resolution, ma'am, that they're against it.
Just be against it. You don't want to say.
Folks, let's just put a scenario in place. Let's just say Tyson Foods wants to put a processing plant in your backyard. Some of you are going to be against it, correct? Stop a second. Stop a second.
I wasn't man enough to say my opinion. What is your opinion, sir?
There is no opinion until you hear a proposal. Just like it would be the processing plant or any other business.
So are you comparing human lives to animal processing plants?
That's a stretch, ma'am.
Let's have a reasonable comparison between the two.
The comparison is some people are going to want it and some people are not going to want it.
Nobody wants it.
No, that is not true, ma'am. That is not true. People, if you look on
Here, no.
if you look on any Facebook post, you will see people that want the detention center here.
They're stupid.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, sir.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What about the daycare center?
The daycare center.
That's. I agree, sir. I agree with what you're saying, but again, it's open for public hearing when and if they make that permit, and this makes them go get that permit.
Will the city of Durant be considering a resolution denouncing it similar to what they talked about?
I don't think you guys understand yet that what we are trying to do is put in place for a way for the Durant to have a say in whether there is a facility of this type in our city. Right now, we do not have a say. We want to. We're trying to. We're doing our dead level best. I hope you can hear us. I hope you hear our attorney.
Distribution center, not a jail.
We don't know what it is because there hasn't been any conversation with any official of the city of Durant about anything that you're excited about. Call it what you want. Right now, it's someone's private property. And right now, the city of Durant has nothing in this code of ordinances that says you can't do this in the city of Durant. We want to create the process to have a say in that. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does, because we're working really hard to make that happen, if you will let us. Now, you don't understand, I know, and there's a lot to understand, I know. There's a lot going on that you don't know. I understand all that as well, okay? We don't want to do anything that's negative for our city. We're up here working really hard right now to make that happen, okay? Now, you don't understand, that's fine, it's okay. But please let us do our work to make Durant a better city. And that's what we are trying to do, believe it or not, but that's where we are, and that's what we are.
And what do you think makes it a better city? You? No, just tell us what to expect from me.
When we have a public hearing, we want to do all of that, okay? When we have a public hearing. I don't want to change what we're doing in our city council meeting. This is a business meeting. This isn't a conversation. We have resolutions to pass. We have a motion on the floor right now. We are attempting to pass a resolution that will help our city have a say in whether a facility like this comes into our city or not. That's what we're trying to do. We're not making much headway in the last several minutes, as you can tell. This is not a public hearing. I know I've said that several times now. If someone wants to have a public hearing, and I've said this to other council members, if you want to have a public hearing and you want to invite the council members to it, they will probably come. And they will probably hear everything you have to say. That's not this, ladies and gentlemen. That's not this. This is a council meeting. We're trying to do business. We're working on it very hard. We have your best interest at heart. I think if you ask any of these council members personally, individually, do they want this facility in this city, they're going to say no. Okay? I haven't asked them that way because it's none of my business. Their opinions are their opinions. When they come up here and vote, that's what matters. We're trying to do that right now. Okay? Now, if you have things to say to us 29 3/4 days of the month, you say it. That's what you do. That's how you engage with your elected officials. This is a business meeting. Okay? If I sound upset, I'm sorry. All right? If I sound impatient, I'm sorry. Okay? I love engagement from citizens. I really do. This is great engagement. It needs to be positive. It needs to be productive. It needs to be supportive of what your city is doing. I appreciate that, and I just explained to you that participation process, okay? Not during the meeting, okay? If you have a challenge, if you have an issue, if it has to do with something that one of our departments is hired to do, you'll probably get directed to that department or to the fire department or to the chief of police or some other process. It probably won't be the city council person solving your problem for you. That's not how government works, people. Okay? And again, this is not a civics class, this isn't a public hearing, but I'm trying to get you to let us do our work to help you. Okay?
You see, you said it's not about us. But
So there's a motion.
you know where we stand at.
If you want to continue to interrupt, sir, you'll be escorted from the
You know
room.
where we stand now.
If you continue to be interrupting, you'll be escorted from the room. And I guess that's what you're wanting, so. There's a motion on the floor, and I will second the motion. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller?
Yes.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes, motion passes. Next is item 4B, which is to consider approval of ordinance number 2026-01, enacting and adopting the supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Durant and declaring an emergency. And this is also an annual update, I think, isn't it, from the...
No, it's the same one. We gotta do the emergency clause.
Oh, sorry.
The emergency clause, yeah.
All right. My apologies.
Motion to
I'll-
approve 4B.
I'll second that motion. We have a motion and a second on declaring an emergency for ordinance 2026-01. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember
I got
Miller?
ahead of
Yes.
myself there.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes. Next is item 4C, consideration and possible approval of a final plat request for property located near Gerlach Drive. Mr. Paul.
Good afternoon. So this is a property y'all probably seen come through here before. It come through back in 2023. Is it too loud or?
Can't hear it.
Can't hear you.
Okay.
Tilt it towards you.
It came through in.
I thought we did. Yeah, we took.
The emergency clause is what I think they missed.
We did both.
Let's do it again then for 4A.
Pretty sure we did. We did both. But
Okay.
that's fine. So which one do you want, A or B?
4A, you got a motion from Councilman Scherer and a second from Councilman Tucker, and that we would now please call the vote for 4A.
Yes.
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 Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Jumping.
Yes, and on item 4B, you got a motion from Councilman Simulescu
Yep.
and a second from Councilman Tucker. Would you please call the vote?
Councilmember Miller?
Yes.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes. Now, Paul, my apologies.
Oh, no problem.
4C.
Okay, this is a property that had
Still
come through
didn't get
back
the
in
emergency call. I'm
2023,
not saying
December of
anything.
2023, and was finalized then. There was a mistake made when they went to register it at the county. They ended up vacating both the preliminary and the final by accident. Blessing in disguise a little bit. We had noticed some things the city would like to have seen changed. They made all those changes. City third-party engineer has reviewed it. Everything's good to go.
And it went through planning and zoning.
Yeah, planning commission voted to approve with 4 yeses and 1 no, but there was no real explanation. I wasn't told an explanation on the no to kind of give y'all an insight
Okay.
into that. So.
Anyone here from COPE that wants to talk about that?
Do y'all have any questions for them? They can speak if needed, but.
Here we go.
James Cruiser with Cope Equities.
Caleb Jones with Kimley Horn, civil engineer.
And just to reiterate some of the changes that we've done to this final plat, it's by and large, the accessibility for the fire division, there's a certain distance required between entrances, depending on how long and wide your site is, and so we've had to meander that entrance along Gerlach to accommodate the expedited time that they need to service the property. And then there's just been some small, water easements that the city's requesting to improve the system for some of the CIP projects that they have.
I think that's what Paul was talking about, right? That we didn't maybe know about the first
Yes,
time
sir.
around. Okay,
Yes,
good,
sir.
good.
So we're here to answer any question that you may have. We are, excited about this project. We are just about ready to lock our rate for our construction loan and ready to start construction in March to April, we hope. So
Just to refresh our memory, how many units are you putting on this property?
144.
Okay.
Yep. And market rate, I might add.
Right.
So we're not subsidizing housing or going through any housing authority, federal or state.
I remember the first time around vaguely. It's been a while. Any
Yeah.
comments or questions on this project from council? Nothing? Do I hear a motion then?
Motion to approve 4C.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 4C. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller?
Yes.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes, a motion is approved. Next is item 4D, consideration and possible approval of a replat request for property located near East Cedar Street.
Yes, this particular property did spark some conversation up in planning commission as to whether some of these smaller ones like this need to be coming before city council or not, because we are going to start seeing an influx of these, and they do, I think there's a lot of it that can be done in-house as far as just making sure the lot size meets the current zoning and the setbacks meet the current zoning, but that's neither here nor there at this moment. But yes, this is just it was a much bigger parcel. It's been divided up and sold multiple times. Now there's a vacant lot in between 2 lots. It meets everything for the zoning. It just wasn't ever platted through the city's process, so that's all this is doing.
So it kind of got orphaned off by some other sales, and so this just puts it on the plat, in other
Correct.
words? Okay. Okay.
And this was 5 yeses to 0 no's up by planning commission.
Okay. Comments or questions on this track? Straightforward. 4D, do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve 4D.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 4D. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller?
Yes.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes. Next is item 4E, which is consideration and possible approval of a conditional use permit for property located on North First Avenue. Paul?
Yeah, this will be at McGraw down there on First. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that area, have seen it. They've already got 3 existing tanks. Now they purchased a lot next to them. They're going to be looking to put 3 more tanks there. I know that we did have some residents reach out with concern of that residential neighborhood there. State requires only 100 feet between residential, and they will be well over that. I think upwards to close to, 1,000 feet or more from the tank. Yeah. It'll well meet that regulation. Everything they're going to do is going to have to meet state regulations, which is pretty stringent, so I don't think the public has anything to worry about on that. All the fire safes and the safeguards will be put there. The fire marshal has also spoke on this one, and he's okay with the site plan and everything. Of course, everything they present after will still have to go through the building process and be reviewed and signed off by the building officials and fire marshal.
So my understanding from the planning and zoning, I don't know that it really got described this way. There are 3 tanks there, but they're propane tanks.
Correct.
And this conditional use permit will be for the storage of gasoline and diesel, not propane.
Correct.
So separate, different kind of fuel.
They're already being used.
Right.
At the store there, at the storefront, and it'll just be moving those from there to this location.
So this amount or this fuel is already being stored in the city limits. We're just going to move it
Correct.
to this other property on First Avenue. Okay. And
Planning and zoning approved?
yes.
There was 4 yeses and 1 no. But once again, I didn't get an explanation for the no to be able to reiterate that to you guys. So.
And I think the McCraw company has some reps here if they want to if they have comments to add.
My name is Jason Robinson, McCraw Oil Company. Appreciate y'all's time. Do you have any questions for us or anything that we're looking to do at the property next door? We do not have a contingency. The land is bought. It is ours.
Right.
So, lots riding on this. And like I say, as far as safety concern, I mean, we are so heavily regulated by the OCC, Corporation Commission, Oklahoma LP Gas. I mean, fire marshal, fire code. I mean, you name it, it's going to be involved. So,
and Jason,
got to be pre-approved by the city and the OCC before we can even get started.
Right. And the storage you're using now, is it the same capacity that you're going to have at the other location, or are you going to change?
It will be a larger capacity.
Okay.
That store's been in place there at First and Mulberry for, golly, since back in the 70s probably, I don't know, 60s. And what we're looking to do is going to be the utmost technology available. So we're going from an old tired system where the fuel is dropped in the top of the trucks to a bottom load facility, which full vapor recovery and inventory management and control. So it's going to be safer. So our operation will be and be a little bit, a lot more room to operate and get further out of town.
During the planning and zoning, and I watched it after the fact, I wasn't at the meeting, but there was some discussion about oil and gas and ordinances that are directed toward that. But I really think it was in the production of oil, crude oil, not the storage of a refined product. I really think that ordinance was pointing at something different from my understanding of it. So I think that might have been part of the consternation, at least initially.
And then also, our plan may not be on the very first phase, but we're looking to offer, basically retail fueling of, automotive vehicles. You can pull up there and get gas, diesel, off-road diesel if you got tractors and farm equipment. So that's our long-term goal plan.
Thank you, sir. Comments or questions for Mr. Robinson? No? Make a motion then that we approve item 4E.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 4E. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller?
Yes.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes, item passes. Next is item 5A, consideration of naming, and this is Mr. Brewer again, consideration of naming the access road leading into Lake Durant as Little Blue Lane and take possible action.
So when the city
actually cut out a piece of easement to allow access for the lake, but they never named it back in 2000. So what I'm proposing is we name it Little Blue Lane, and naming after Little Blue River that feeds Lake Durant. That way we can, once we change the address to the lake, we can let all the online navigation companies know, Google, Apple, so it stops directing people down Silver Valley Road. That is a county road, is narrow. People get stuck on the multiple times a year. Just 2 weeks ago, someone got stuck on it, and the lake ranger Mike had to pull them out or call a tow truck to get them out. So the hopes of naming the road and giving the lake its own address will hopefully fix that, so people stop going down that road and they can actually directly go into the lake itself.
So we're not changing the name of the road.
No,
we
we're
are
just
naming the
literally
road.
naming
Okay.
the road that is already there.
Good. Comments or questions? Okay, do I hear a motion then?
I'll make a motion that we approve this.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 5A. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Shear,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu,
Yes.
Mayor Tucker.
Yes, that item passes. At this time, I'm going to pause the city council meeting for the city of Durant and call into order a meeting of the Durant Airport Authority.
One moment, if you don't mind.
Sure.
The emergency clause, did we vote on the emergency clause on 3A, I believe?
3B.
3B.
Yeah. We'll do it again, no?
It's my understanding from the city clerk, we did not. It's not in the
We
record.
did vote on that one, 4B, right?
The emergency clause.
Yeah, we voted on both.
4B is the emergency
There's a
clause.
dissension behind you that we did not.
We voted it like 3 times.
Okay,
We can do it again.
I'll listen to the tape.
What's the harm in voting one real quickly?
Yeah.
We did.
All right,
Item 4B is a motion by Councilman Simulescu.
All
So
right,
moved.
motion.
Second by Councilman Tucker.
Okay.
Please call the
Thank
vote.
you.
You want to call a vote, Cindy, or we?
No, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're in the Airport Authority meeting now. Will the clerk please call the roll? Or did she? I'm forgetting. now.
Trustee Miller,
Here.
Trustee Shear,
Here.
Vice Chairman Simulescu,
Here.
Chairman Tucker.
Here, we have a quorum, and I know this is Councilman Simulescu's favorite part of our meetings every quarter. The only item on the agenda for tonight's Durant Airport Authority meeting is the consent agenda. There's one item, that is to approve the regular meeting minutes of the month before, where we approve the regular meeting minutes of the month before that.
All right, motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the consent agenda items. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
Trustee Shear,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Simulescu.
Yes.
Chairman Tucker.
Yes, item passes. There are no other items on the agenda tonight. I'll move for adjournment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn the Airport Authority meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
This part of the agenda looks like it is part of a public hearing. I would like just further clarification on what that emergency means as part of 4B. What does that declaration mean?
Just clarify, Doug.
We do have a motion and a second. Right.
Doug's going to clarify for you, ma'am.
For 4B, yes. but
It's
for
just
the
that it goes
rest
into
of
effect immediately, ma'am. It doesn't,
Sure.
doesn't have to wait
What
that.
does that mean for us as residents of this area?
Meaning that the ordinance is now in effect, ma'am, as soon as it is posted in the ordinance book.
So is this, are we in a state of emergency now? Is that what that means?
State of emergency? No, we're not in a state, it's not gonna be martial law tomorrow.
Okay. So, the lack of clarification is why I just wanted to ask that.
It just means that it goes into effect immediately.
Okay,
That
so do you
ordinance.
expect anything to change, our day-to-day proceedings for anybody else?
No, ma'am, the only thing that changes is whoever wants to open a detention center has to play by the rules. That's all that changes.
Okay, and will that be discussed in public hearings or business?
If they make an application, it will.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Call the roll. think we're calling the roll, right?
We got
Okay.
I think we had motion to adjourn, and then we're calling the roll.
Trustee Miller?
yes.
Trustee Shear?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Simulescu?
Yes.
Chairman Tucker?
Yes, we stand adjourned. At this time, I would call to order a meeting of the Durant City Utilities Authority. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Miller?
Here.
Trustee Shear?
Here.
Vice Chairman Simulescu?
Here.
Chairman Tucker?
Here. Tonight on the Utilities Authority agenda, there is only one item under the consent agenda, and that is to approve the regular meeting minutes of the December 9th meeting. Any comments or questions on those minutes? Or do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve consent items.
I'll second that. We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Trustee Shear?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Simulescu?
Yes.
Chairman Tucker?
Yes. Motion passes. There are no other items on the agenda tonight for the Utilities Authority meeting. I move for adjournment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn the Utilities Authority meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Trustee Shear?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Simulescu?
Yes.
Chairman Tucker?
Yes, we stand adjourned. At this time, I'll call to order a meeting of the Durant Development Authority. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Miller?
Here.
Trustee Shear?
Here.
Vice Chairman Simulescu?
Here.
Chairman Tucker?
Here we have a quorum. Again, only one item on this agenda as well, and that is on the consent items, and that is approval of regular meeting minutes of the last quarterly meeting, which is October the 14th. Any comments or questions on those minutes?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda items. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Trustee Shear?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Simulescu?
Yes.
Chairman Tucker?
Yes. No other items on the agenda for tonight?
No.
Moving back to the city council meeting. There are no other items on the city council meeting as well for tonight. I move for adjournment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn the Durant City Council meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilmember Miller?
Yes.
Councilmember Shear?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Simulescu?
Yes.
Mayor Tucker?
Yes, we stand adjourned. Thank you all for coming tonight.